Why are you seeing my ugly mug? Usually you see guitars and nothing to do with me, but in this instance, I suppose I should say Merry Christmas to you all and thank you for supporting me. It's been fun and I enjoy the company and the comments from all the guitar enthusiasts. I think the guitar community is one of the best because they are full of helpful comments and praise and keeps me going. But the other reason why I'm talking to you now is because this guitar, my golden guitar, was 13 months in the making. And it was 13 months in the making, not because it was difficult, but because I had other jobs and this kept being put off, and then I found a couple of errors with it and I had to put it back off again. So when you see the very start of this, from converting from the guitar it was to what it is now, the camera and the vocal and the voice and all the things improved over the year. So I apologize for the noise and stuff like that, the first parts of the display of this guitar, but I love this guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to keep it or not, but it's the kind of Fender guitar I want. So now I'm going to show you a close-up, and it's unusual because I usually show the guitar from start to finish. In this instance, I'm going to show you the finished, and then I'm going to show you how I got to the finished example. So I'll come back to you once I've repositioned this camera and taken my ugly mug off. I need my hair trimmed. Anyway, come back in a second. Bye. Well, here is a close-up look at the finished guitar. Everything that glitters is gold. Well, maybe not real gold, but it's all gold. And on that wood, I think it looks beautiful, especially with the cream pickup covers. The neck is beautiful, and the head, I think, is wonderful. The only thing I'm going to maybe do with the head is get a tiny little bit of symbol just below the Westfield and put the word gold on it, because it's a Westfield gold. And it looks wonderful. Locking tuners, locks the strings in position, but doesn't lock the tuning. Gold plate at the back. I wonder if I could get a gold plate for that. But there you are. It's such a beautiful guitar. And now I'm going to play you a few chords on it. Just, Georgie girl, just to let you hear the sound of it. It sounds wonderful. Thank you, Georgie girl, for making your appearance. This is just a Westfield. It's a Strat copy, but I have fallen in love with it because I think it looks lovely. And I've offered the gentleman who brought it to me to buy it from him because I do like the look of it. And I'm looking for a little Strat copy, and this fits the bill perfectly. I haven't even switched it on, honestly. I haven't switched it on. It has some problems, a bit of cleaning to do and things like that. But it's just the kind of guitar I'm looking for because I'm getting rid of all my other guitars. I've got the Gretsch, you know, the semi-acoustic Gretsch. I've got a classical guitar. I've got acoustic guitar. And I'm looking for a Fender body. And I quite like the look of this. I love the high gloss. If he doesn't sell it to me, what I'll do is I'll high gloss teeth. I'll high gloss this too, but I'll also round it off because the sharp edges, they look good when you actually just sand them down and make it a rounded head more. But I do like it. What do you think? I'll take you through setting it up. It's not I don't think there's an awful lot wrong with it. Well, I spoke to the gentleman and this guitar is now mine. We agreed on a price. I didn't barter him down, I actually bartered him up, because I can buy one of these online very cheap, but the postage and everything like that there would cost more than what he was suggesting. So I'm going to give him more for it. You tell me what I pay for this in British pounds. I'll let you tell me at the end of it, but I'm going to now do a little quick service on it and see if it works. It doesn't matter where it's work. I've agreed to the sale. Let's just try the electrics and see what we got. I've agreed to the purchase, sorry. So nothing. I have a dead guitar I'm buying. Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out, why we got nothing.
right, okay. Take the strings off, take that board off. I'm going to replace the screws with gold screws. They were gold at one stage, but have gone less gold over the years. I can't see there being an awful lot wrong with it, but let's take the strings off. It's the first guitar I've put on this bench for a while that has made no sound whatsoever. Right, let's see if we can spot what's wrong with it quickly and instantly. Oh, have I missed a screw? Have I missed a screw? I don't think I have. It's just a bit stuck. Don't think it's ever been taken off. Ah, right, okay. So let's have a look and see what's wrong with this little baby. You're having a look at the same time as me. I tell you what, I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that there. And the earth wire. Well, I tell you, it's just a straightforward board. So it's not like it's the world's most expensive board. It's just one of those stock boards. And I don't see anything wrong with it. Except for somebody cut that wire. Ha ha! So, one assumes it's in the plug. Let's assume a bit more. Okay. No. Looks fine. Okay. We dig deeper. So, right. Oh. Ah. No, sorry, my mistake. Yeah. Fine, it's working. Are the pickups gone? Let's just check the switch. It's like a front, middle, right, back. So the pickups are all working now. So one assumes it has something to do with the switch. But I did work it, didn't I? What I'll do is I'll resolder all those joints, check. Very, very cheap pickups, but I will change them over time. I said that before about another guitar, a little Gibson Les Paul 3/4 size guitar, and I ended up giving it away too. But I would like this one to work. So I'm going to stop now because I don't know whether you can hear the noise in the background. I put some chicken thighs, and I know you don't want to see my thighs, but I have chicken thighs in the air fryer, and it's stinking the place out. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to have some, and then switch this off. Clean this all up, check everything out, take the switches off, give it a good clean, and come back till you. There's nothing terribly exciting to see. That's it stripped down, and you can see that it's been glossed right all over inside. I'm going to copper foil inside there to reduce the levels of noise, and I've taken the back off, gone out of focus. There's nothing really exciting to see. But it's going to be a nice little guitar for me to sit and play. It's a treat to me. It's my little treat. Because I've been a good boy, Santa Claus. Have I been a good boy? I have been a good boy. I've been a better boy than I deserve to be a better boy. But I have been a better boy, so I'm going to give this a good clean now. I'm going to take the neck. I'll take the knock off now while the camera's rolling. Why you'd want to see the neck coming off, I don't know. But don't use electrical tools on your guitars, children, because you could slip. and you could damage your guitar. See, it's like me with my life. I am great at giving advice, but I don't always follow my own advice. And it comes back to bite you sometimes. But so far I haven't damaged anybody's. Oh, well, I did spill some acetone once on a guitar that was painted without a gloss coat on top. And I had to respray that guitar, but it came out okay, nice, and the man wasn't that cross or anything. There's nothing there. Nothing to see. No serial. Somebody scribbled M on it. Maybe an MT. It's definitely not a W. Or is it definitely not a W? I don't care. It doesn't tell me nothing. It doesn't tell me nothing. It's got a 17 in there, it looks like. But overall, I checked the neck and it's dead straight. It's going to be cleaned up lovely. And I'm tempted to take all the bling off and put gold on. But we'll see. Now that it's stripped, I'm just going to clean it. There's no point in you sitting watching me clean something. Bye-bye. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this copper tape in. It makes it a little bit easier that it's been glossed. If it was plain wood, the copper tape doesn't stick quite as well. So I'm just going to shove this in and maybe put a little bit of solder on it if I feel the need to get it to make sure it's earthed. But I'm going to speed this up because it's pretty boring. It's the switching compartment that I'm mostly interested in. Pickups, no, because they will have a natural resonance, radio resonance, resonance. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. I'm going to pause now. I'm going to get a little. I'm going to extend that wire, and I'm going to extend that wire, so I have more room if should I want to take it out in future instead of fighting with it and having to cut it and trim it. Actually, just another little bit of solder here. Okay. So I'm going to pause now while I extend those wires. This is my Westfield, and I particularly like this guitar, so I bought it. Maybe there's another clip that I showed earlier of it. But I'm blinging it up with gold, and I'm placing all the screws with gold. I've even bought special little screws for the 5-way switch in gold. But I'm wondering maybe I should go a bit crazy on this and bling everything in gold. And I'm thinking about gold knobs. I've already got the gold jack. I've got, for the head, I've got gold tuners and gold string trees. And I'm even going to replace those 6 nuts with gold adjusters for the thing. So that would be, I like the cream, but I'm really tempted to go gold there too, just for the fun of it. And I'll put the cream back on again if I really don't like them. And a gold what do you call it? A gold 5-way switch toggle. What do you think? You think I should go daft? Just for the fun of it? I don't think I need the springs in these. I'm going to try to make sure these are first of all fitting. Gold. Those are going to be gold. I have knobs, but I don't have gold ones. 1 gold knob, but I'll order some more.
And I don't have any of the cream gold knobs. I have white, red and black. So I think I'll order some of those gold knobs. What will they look like? Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I like it. Bling it, bling it, bling it, bling it to me. Block it to me, sock it to me. I'm going to bling the head now. I'm going to bling the head. Sounds like I'm speaking in a foreign accent. I'm going to bling the head over here, and then we're going to bling it up. Oh, let me move the camera, and you can see it now. It's a Westfield. I like it, I like it, I like it. Do you know what I might even do? I might even try to buy some gold strings for it. Yeah, I know I'm going a bit daft. But it's just a bit of fun. And they're all, what do you call it, wish.com things, so it's not like I'm spending a fortune. Westfield tuners, they're not bad tuners. These ones that I bought are locking nut tuners. Gold. How many times have I said gold tonight? Gold, gold, gold. I probably have to bore out the heads. I hope not. I hope I have got something. They look fairly large, so hopefully I don't have to drill them out. Please, I don't want to do that. Let's just see what these look like. This is locking, and it's just P, and it's all gold. Right, and will they fit? Yes, they'll fit. I'm just going to turn one around at the moment. I'm going to take it off again because I want to make the head high gloss. So, how many of these tuners did I buy? Did I buy 12 of them, or did I buy 6? 1, 2, 6. So, bling, 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 bling everywhere. Right, I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to high gloss that. I'll give it a little sand. All right, ciao. Well, one is very pleasantly surprised, because one didn't think one would get that kind of finish with a spray can, and just look at that quality. Now, what surprises me is this is a brand new type of spray, which I will find out what it's called. But look at the quality of that finish. I've never had finish that good with a spray can. So now this is, wouldn't it be the case, is it not always the case that it's my guitar, not the client's guitar, that has that kind of finish? But definitely I'm going to use that spray in future, that can, because look at, that's just beautiful. As I say, I've never had that kind of quality. Usually there's some sort of stipple, and I've done nothing different than I normally do. Let me go get that can for you. I didn't think it was possible to get that kind of finish. This is Paint Factory, and it says all-purpose varnish, long-lasting, durable, preserves, clear, Paint Factory. I'm very impressed. I bought 8 cans out, I'm delighted to say, and I am really impressed with that finish. So, I'm going to put some bling on it now. Now, bling time. Locking tuners. And because this was only done, because this was only done last night, I'm not going to tighten these down terribly. I'm just going to set them in position and bring them into position. Now, I can't figure out whether I want them. I think I do want them that way. Hello, Georgie girl. What can I do for you? This is the most, I can't see anything with you there. And I'm talking to the camera, don't be jealous. Oh. Why do you do it whenever I'm at the most delicate part? Is there something that I can do for you that when I'm just at the most delicate part, you come along? Something like that. Yeah. But don't that look beautiful? They're not tightened. Don't that look beautiful? Doesn't that look beautiful? All right. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice, and everything's cream and gold, to change the mother of pearl out and put in some nice cream matching the pickups into there. So I got the calipers out and measured and ordered some ones to put in there. And this is what came. I got a feeling there's not going to be any change in mother of pearl on this guitar, because these are beautiful color, exactly what I want. Let me just show you. They're exactly the color I like too, and they're sort of a gold mother of pearl, but they're just a tiny bit big. You see the color compared to the, so, and I measured them with calipers and sent away the measurements, but then again you're dealing with somewhere else on a foreign planet. A foreign planet? Well, you know what I mean. Oh, bye. Well, I think we're coming near the end of my guitar. I'm going to do a couple. I just replaced 2 screws there. Remember, I left them out last time, which was only a day or so to you, or a few minutes ago to you, me. What? Austin? Who? What? Only a few minutes ago for you. But it's been 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even a month, since I had my chance to get up this guitar. So what I'm going to look at is maybe doing a bit more bling by taking those out and putting gold knobs. Now I might over bling it, but if I do, I can under bling it again, because nothing I'm going to do is permanent. But you can tell me, have I over blinged it? With the no strings on. So the next thing to do is just give that neck another little clean, and then put the strings on and tighten up the nuts and go to the other end. So okay, electrics are fine, actually very, very quiet, the electrics, which I'm very happy about. It's that, well, actually, for the sake of it, all I'm going to do is tighten these up. Right, now I think I do have some gold screws for the other side. If I don't, I'll be a very sad person. No, I don't. Now you see the little holes from the previous tuner pegs, tuners, whatever they are. What would it look like? What would it look like if I put screws in there instead of filling it? I'm just going to look to see what it would look like, because I have some very tiny gold screws. But it looks ridiculous putting in tiny gold screws. Check the tightness of those. Move the guitar, put the strings on. We're
forgot there's a bit more bling to go on it. But I didn't spare the horses. I gold strap knobs. So they're going on too. If you're going to go for gold, go for gold. Isn't that right? Okay, string time. Pause, I need a drink. Right, coated elixirs, nano web. Come up with these great names, don't they? I'll tell you what, this is going to be fussy, so I'm going to switch the camera off and I'll come back to you when the strings are on but not tuned. That's them on but not tuned. And you guys thought I forgot, didn't you? Didn't you? That I was going to do this, clean this again. Well, I am going to clean it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the crimson on it because I want a bit of a shine on it. And I want it a bit darker than it's looking now. So I'm going to use some crimson on it. Which means that I'm not going to be able to tighten the strings tonight because I'm going to put 2 coats of this crimson on and let it sit. Crimson guitar oil. High build polish. I'm going to put 2 coats on and let it sit. But you can see where I'm heading, can't you? That looks much nicer, doesn't it? Right, okay. You come over. Oh no, I've got enough. I've got enough, probably another 2 or 3 guitars, so I don't need to spend money. Ha ha, I love it. Right, okay, I come back to you tomorrow. There's the neck, nicely done. I'm going to get these strings on it now. More than likely we'll speed this up and right through to the tuning. Well, there you go. I bought the wrong set. Those are left. Those are for the left side down there. So I've ordered new ones and they'll be here in a week. What it's going to do to the holes in the back, I'm not sure, but I wonder. Maybe we'll have another little screw hole up there. I don't think so though, because the square could be touching it. We might have more gold screws in that top than we imagine. So this guitar is going to go away for another week. And I'll put the strings on again. There. It might be 10 days. You won't notice, because it'll be just like that. Well, here we are. 3 months later, almost maybe 2.5 months later. That's how things go when your own guitar needs work to be done. And when you're stupid like I was. Remember I don't need to remind you, it was only a few seconds ago you saw that I put left-handed tuners on instead of right-handed ones. Since then, the proper tuners have come in. And so I'm going to just swap them across and I'm going to speed this up. Nobody wants to see this. I feel so stupid that I actually bought the wrong tuners. Well, they're going to sit okay, right? They're straight enough. The problem is that the holes that I made can be seen at the edges. So those 3 are straight enough. So I got a feeling I'm going to take it all off, fill in the holes. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's do it all to see what we got.
Okay, I'm going to let that sit for maybe 10 minutes, just to go slightly soft, and then when it goes slightly soft, I'll just take it off down to level. I wash my hands now. Okay, ciao, bye. I'm not loving this. Now, I filled them all in. I've sanded the head lightly with some 300, then some 600 to give it a polish, and I'm just dampening it down now to see which of those shades of colors would hide this the most. Now, is it the pine? Bearing in mind, none of them are going to bloody work, I know that. Is it the oak? No, it's too dark. Is it the pine? Pine somewhere around there. But this is going to be very absorbent because it's wood filler. I think I'm going to go for the pine. So where is the pine? And I know it's not going to work. I know it's not going to be. It's actually called antique pine. Doesn't look like anything like antique pine. But let's just see. I'm being very negative here because I know this bloody thing is not going to be what I want it to be. Don't get excited because it may look half decent on the camera, but whenever I go to, when it dries, we'll see. Oh, look. When it dries, we'll see. So I'll come back to you when it's dry because I still have to wipe it. Okay. Now, that is it washed. Not washed down, but rubbed down again, and it went black. For some reason, every hole went black, and I thought, what the hell's going on? And then it turned into sort of closer to the color, but one little black stain remained. It looks like a hole, and a little tiny black stain there and there remained, and at the edge. But I'm not going to try it over again. I'm not going to try to go over again. I'm going to leave it like that. And hopefully what I do next will disguise it a bit more. That's sanded to about 800 grit. And I'm going to use Crimson Guitar high build guitar finishing oil in the hope that it gives me some cover for this. And I don't think it's going to. Actually making it worse. But I told you I hated this, didn't I? Didn't I tell you I hated it? I don't think it's made it worse, but it's bringing it more like the neck. But the neck is darker, so the wood is going dark, but the fill is not. I'm only looking. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'm only looking. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I would look ridiculous having keys that are angled because they're actually meant to be tuning guitar strings, not for anything else. So you can see there is a, you'll be able to see them. Right, but that's life. That's life. So maybe I can do a little bit of touching up with the darkest one later on, but I'm going to put one more coat of high build guitar polish on and rub it in. Let it sit a minute and then rub it in. And then I'll come back to you, let that sit, In about 5 minutes I'm going to put all the jewellery back on it again and bring it to you when I'm putting the strings on. Okay, that's the pegs, tuners I prefer to call them, now lined up. Some people call them pegs. These are just cheap tuning pegs with locking nuts on them, but they're cheap. You can tell by some things a slightly different coloration. Now, I can't get over it because if I stick my head over it, then you won't see nothing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to accept it that they're in, and I'll switch the camera off and tighten it when I bring it over to me. So, and then we'll switch around to get the strings on. Just show you that you see it's all screwed in, nice and neat. And then I'll turn it around and put the strings on. Right. Now I'm going to zoom through this. I'm beginning to think this guitar is cursed. Middle pickup's not working.
Tessa Barrett.
You chaps and chapesses won't notice this, but this is almost 3 months later because I hung this up and said, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. So now I'm going to get back to find out why the electrics are not working. It's also starting to get a bit dirty looking because it's been hanging up for so long. Right, we're back again. Hold on a second, that light causes reflection. It was a fairly simple matter. Because I created a Faraday cage in there with copper foil and shielded it all, those long switches, what do you call them? These switches here, but that's not quite one to look at. Hold on a second. You see this kind of switch? This here? It has the tab sticking out the top. Well, one of those must have been touching the Faraday cage, and so all I had to do was insulate the Faraday cage just with simple black tape, some black gaffer tape on the inside, so that when this is screwed down, these all come in so many different sizes. These new ones, there's a nice short one, but I don't know whether that's working or not. I don't want to buy them. I wanted to actually put a real Fender one in, but they're far too wide for the thickness of the body, so I couldn't have got it in. But that's what was causing the issue. But while I was in there, I rewired it slightly, because Leo Fender, when he designed the Fender, he designed it so that the bridge pickup was not controlled by the tone knobs, only the neck and middle. And he did that deliberately because steel guitars were very much in fashion when he designed this, and he wanted that to sound close to the bridge like a steel guitar. But all I had to do was put a little extra loop in, and that will control all 3 pickups. So I did that while I was in the place. So now I've already tested it. This guitar has been so long on my bench that I've forgotten where I was with it.
The strings are too high, so I've had to lower that, but I haven't finished that yet. But when I was looking at the neck, I thought there might be an underbow in it. So I don't know if I've ever adjusted the underbow on this, because it's going back so far. Although on the video, when I put the video up, I'll see the video months ago. But what I got to do now is adjust the truss rod, because there's quite... Hold on a second. It was there a second ago. Hold on a second. Yes, there is an underbow there, so it needs to be tightened up. So, as you can see, it's still plugged in. Because this caught me off guard. I thought I had done all this, but it shows you. It's one of those things when you put a guitar to the side, it's trying to remember. And I don't want to sit and watch an hour's worth of video to find out if I've done these things. Oh, hello. So what do we got in the way of truss rod here? No. What am I looking for? It's a fairly large one. Let's try that. No. Bigger still. It does feel a bit as if it might be that size. Let's try this one. Ah, yes, that one. So it needs to be tightened. Come on, you can do it. I think I'm gonna have to use my special ones. Right, let's try this one to see if this one will go in there. No, it's not going to do either. Not because it's too big, but these string height adjustments. You go and off you go out. Why? Oh, what is happening? That doesn't feel right, and I'm not going to force it. It doesn't feel right either. I think this doesn't feel right. Let's try a real one designed for these guitars. No, that's not going to work. One of the things I do is I hate fiddling for truss rods. I'm going to pause till I get the truss rod Allen key in. Well, I did say at the start it was a fat one, and it is a big fat one. That only took a few seconds to find it, but after I switch the camera off, I'm going to just tighten this a little bit, because I didn't feel any it pressing against the neck. So beautiful. All that fussing. I don't think I've ever had one using that fatness of a truss rod before. But anyway, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Right, I'm going to get this tuned up now. You go to the right place, and you're going to get you to the right place. And the next thing I have to do after the neck is I'm going to set the string heights, and I had to adjust the pickups again. So I must not have sort of done any setup. I must have been working on plastic, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, this is it. Middle pickup position. Trem arm is locked because I don't want to trim, but it sounds lovely, I think. pickups. Brand new strings, they need to be looked at every now and then, but here's my favorite chord. Okay, say goodbye to my golden guitar now. Love it, love it, love it. Not sure what I want to do with it. I might keep it, or I might auction it off for a CC.